Hey guys, Justin here. Welcome back to the channel. As far as the plane goes, there's not really a lot going on. I do have the interior and the engine installed, and the two fuselage halves are together. I need to putty that seam that runs all the way up the top and the bottom of the fuselage, but I don't want to. I hate putty so much. So instead, we're going to do something else. I've been trying to keep two builds going lately, just trying to keep things moving a little quicker. I usually only get like 5, maybe 6 builds a year, and I would like to kind of get some more. I don't know if it really works or not, but I've been trying to get more builds by doing 2 at a time. I think a lot of times what I really end up doing is just focusing on one or the other, but we'll see what happens. I've also been really excited to do this buddy build. I've been waiting for a while to do it, so I want to go ahead and get it started. Kyle from RKD Speedworks and I are going to be doing a buddy build on Lamborghinis. And I believe we're specifically doing Fujimis. I don't know if he's doing a Fujimi or not, but I think he is. I am going to be doing the Fujimi Enthusiast series 25th anniversary edition of the Lamborghini Countach. So if you don't know the difference between a regular, like a real sports car series and an enthusiast series, I think the enthusiast series is out of print now, but the enthusiast series were all very high-end kits. Like everything is a separate piece. It's not a curbside kit. It is a full detail kit, full engine. Like the suspension is insane. The interior is all separate components. The real sports car series, which is their regular series of Fujimi cars, is pretty much, a lot of them are the same cars, but they're curbside style kits, so you don't get the engine detail. The engine compartment is usually just like the underside molded into the chassis. The suspension is a lot simpler, and a lot of it is molded into the chassis, stuff like that. But these are the high-end, like everything is a separate piece. When you get into this box, you'll see just how much plastic there is in here. It is insane. So, speaking of which, let's go ahead and get the camera flipped around and look at what all is in this box. Alright, here we are. It is a fairly large box. And like I said, it is completely packed with plastic. We have our instructions here, which are fold-out style. Personally, I prefer the book style, but it is what it is. Got some paint callouts here. But as you can see, like I said, the Enthusiast Series kits are incredibly detailed. So there are all these, like every pulley is separate. Every component is just about separate. There's a lot to these kits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sprues of plastic, our lovely body, some more chrome pieces, and our wheels and tires, all of which have broken off of the sprues. We may or may not even be using these. I haven't decided yet. I may change these out for something else. We shall see. All right, let's start with our body here. Everything is pretty crisply molded. And the mold seams are not really all that apparent. They're there, you can feel them, but they're all right on the little ridges here. So they are pretty easy to clean up. All of these vents and these slats are molded open, which is very nice. Your doors are separate. Trunk is going to be separate. Engine cover, you know the drill. If you look inside, you'll see these mount points here. These are for your doors. The doors are hinged. That is probably gimmicky and probably will not work very well. Opening doors on cars coming from the kit manufacturer usually is not very good. We'll have to see. Now the kit comes with the ability to open these headlights up. And again, there's some sort of little mechanism in the instructions that they show for you to open these. I'm not entirely certain I'm going to do it though. I don't really like the look of the car with the headlights popped up. So I'm never going to open them up, and I don't really see how you're supposed to open and close them. It doesn't really look like there's any kind of gimmicky system to open and close them. It looks to me just like it's an open or close type deal, and I'm going to model these closed. So I will probably just deepen the panel lines, but it's there if you want to do it. All really nice. There are some resources back here. These are not ejector marks or sink marks. These are recesses for various decals and your license plate. There is a lot of really nice detail in here on like these. I think those are the reverse lights on the taillight section. I'm not entirely certain, but there's a lot of molding in here. And again, you can kind of just barely make out those mold seams. Easy to clean up, easy to find, but they're not just in god-awful places. All in all, that looks pretty nice. We have our wheels and tires. I'm not going to take all of these out, so we're just going to look at this one. Now there's a hole in there, and that's because in this bag there are screws. We're actually going to screw these in. And then there's a little cover that goes over them. Those are the little wheel covers that go over the screws. Detail-wise, these are actually really nicely detailed. There's a seam up the center of the tire, pretty much to be expected. You'll just want to clean that up with a file or some rough grit sandpaper. I can't tell, but it looks like the rears might be slightly larger than the fronts. Again, I don't want to take anything out of this bag because there's so many tiny screws, and there's a tiny metal rod in here as well. I'm not certain what that goes to, and I don't want to risk losing things. Here's our chrome sprue. So there's the backing for your taillights, as well as your exhaust tips, which aren't terrible. They're not like amazing. You're definitely going to want to drill these in a little bit to clean them up, but they're not bad. Clear sprue also contains our decals, and our decals are in pretty rough shape, not going to lie. Those are some of the yellowest decals I have ever seen in my life. I'm sure some of these we could get away with using because they're not really that important. Most of them are silver or black, but anything that does contain some white on it is pretty much trashed. We may try to scan these in and do some create our owns, or we may just kind of leave them off in places we don't need them. We will see what happens with that. And we have our clear sprue. There's a lot of clear parts on here. So there's your taillight setup, your rear window. This is actually a display stand for your engine. And you get another little display stand for a little plaque that gives you some stats on the car. Again, there's the engine display stand. There are some lights or reverse lights, side markers. I'm not entirely certain what they are. There are your front headlight lenses for the lower set of headlights. Glass is pretty okay. It's a very old kit, so it's seen some wear and tear in the packaging. For the most part, it's been in a separate package, so it hasn't like had tires rubbing on it and burning into them. All in all, it looks good. We're going to immediately get that into a much nicer, more protected bag. Let's start with the white sprues, since there's only 2 of them. And these are going to be mostly body panels. So there's your door. And then the lower portions of the outside of the door is separate. So these are the headlights if you want to do the up and down front headlights. Again, there's some sort of a mounting system here. I don't know what it is, but I am probably not going to be using these. Do you have a battery in here? More body panels. So your engine bay cover, your seats, a bunch of interior pieces. Now for the sea of gray plastic. We have some engine components as well as exhaust. So it does look like your 12-cylinder exhaust is in 4 sets of 3. The wheel mounts actually have lugs on them for the lug nuts. Top of our dash, this looks like interior pieces. Steering column. The pedals are fairly nice. There's a little bit of detail in them. I don't know how much you'll actually see of it. Those are your seatbelt latches. The inside of our door cards have that diagonal pattern to them. That's kind of cool. Do have some mirrors here. A lot of suspension components, I would say. Spare wheel and spare tire. I think some of this is actually going to be part of the frunk area. There's some radiators. These would be your rear axles. Some of the stuff I have no idea what it is. But there are your brakes. Fairly clean molding on the shocks, on the front and rear shocks. There's no big seam that runs through them like you typically get. And there's no ejector pin marks like you get in almost every single Tamiya kit in the middle of the springs. But yeah, probably half those parts I don't even know what they are. Engine sprue. There's the bottom of the engine. More radiators. There will be your top of your air intake. Beautiful casting on the valve covers. Transmission and the very thin sides of the engine, maybe. There's your windshield wiper. You want to be very careful when you're cutting that off the sprue. What in the world have I gotten myself into? Here, another set of seats. Looks like a second set of seats. Different steering wheels. Looks like there may be some optional parts in here. And finally, we have our chassis, your front spindles. Those are nicely detailed. Some of the front compartment, basically almost like the engine bay on a front engine car, but you get the idea. Your rear spindles and your interior tub, which there's not a ton of detail in there, but it looks pretty good. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap for this video. This looks like it's going to be a very long project. I'm very sorry, Kyle. This may be a very long buddy build. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I would estimate, just looking at what all is in there, I would estimate at least 2 or 3 months to actually finish this. So there may also, somewhere in the middle of this, be another build, just a quick build, maybe like a refresher type, just to kind of keep the mojo going, but we shall see what all goes on. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. This video is coming out, should be coming out on the 5th, hopefully, if I can get it edited in time. Next Thursday, the 10th, is my heart surgery. I don't know how much, if anything, I'm going to be getting done that entire weekend, so there may not be a video next week, but we'll pick up the following week and see where we go. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I always appreciate you watching the videos, and I will catch you on the next one.